All right, I'm going to be recording you.
Okay.
All right. First off, can you tell me a little bit about why you said that your actions were not illegal?
Well, first of all, for the first time, I've been busy. And finally last night, I saw the news, and the news is portraying the fact and trying to make my actions be at the level of a vandal or someone who vandalized the statue. Oh no, My actions were taken based upon the vote that my people took. That's what we do. We live in a democratic society. When people vote to take action, that's what we do. And the difference between the action that I took, the people who spray painted the statue, they did that in the middle of the night, and that's what you call vandalism. No, the actions that I took were was to simply carry out the wishes of the people. And we did that in broad daylight. We didn't do it for a publicity stunt, but we did it because our only goal was to carry out the wishes of the people. And we did it because, number one, the statue is just standing there. The county is taking no action on it, no ownership, literally. The daughters are not taking any action. No one is doing anything. They've all been given due notice. And in this society, once you give due notice, then it's free for someone to take action, and that's what I've done. Now, if someone has a complaint about that, then it will be determined whether or not my actions were illegal or not. But no one has come forward with a complaint. I don't have a complaint. The Attorney General has made it clear, I understand, that this is private property as far as he's concerned. Matter of fact, it's not covered under his law because the county it has not been up. You know, he has a 50-year stature, and you know what the law is. He read it. But the point is, I was taking deliberate public action to carry out a public response to the request by the people of my district. So.
Okay. That action came following your June 30th District 2 Council meeting, in which members of your district that you serve, District 2, voted in favor of removing the statue. However, you acted, as the mayor said yesterday, you acted on your own and not in the interest of the city. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, the mayor speaks for the city, and he doesn't speak for my district. I was elected. He ran for mayor and was elected by the whole city to take action. But first of all, let me just say this. For the press, just like you just made that statement, however, there's no difference between me and the mayor or me and the sheriff. Part of what the press tries to do is create the image that there is conflict between black elected officials. There's none. They all have their positions, and there's nothing wrong with us disagreeing without being disagreeable. Now, I was not trying to act on behalf of the total city of Tuskegee, but I acted on behalf of my legally constituted council district. Why? Because the statue is located in my district. The mayor can take action on behalf of the total city because what? We passed a resolution stating that we wanted the statue down, and we called upon the county to do it. But if I waited on the mayor and the city council to take action, or if I waited on the county commission to take action, we'd be waiting until hell freezes over. That's no criticism of them. You know, they have their reasons for not wanting to take any action. So the point is, I don't have time to get into any kind of argument with other officials. I respect their position just like I respect the sheriff. He did what he had to do and said what he had to say. Just like the mayor, he said what he had to say, and I respect that. The point is, I have a job to do, and I'm doing it for my district. Because if I do not act on behalf of my district, nothing would ever get done in my district. And that's why the people elected me because they felt that they were electing someone who would finally get something done in their district. For example, the streets in my district are in terrible shape. The city has not acted on it. Dilapidated houses all over my district. The city has not taken any action on it. Downtown, when you look around this square at these dilapidated housing, the city has not taken action. So the point is, I've got to take some action. See these trucks coming through the downtown square. Now that I'm the district commissioner, we're gonna deal with that issue again. People can make out of it whatever they want to make out of it. I have a job to do it, and I'm going to do it for my district.
Okay. And have you heard anything from the district attorney's office about possible charges? I know they said criminal mischief is on the table if the United Daughters of the Confederacy choose to move forward with pressing charges.
Oh, that's fine. As a matter of fact, no, I have not heard. I'm right here. I'm not running anywhere. My lawyers stand ready. If they want to, the whole idea of this matter is we would love to get the Daughters of the Confederacy into court, okay? So you can be concerned about that, but I am not at all.
Okay. And your fight about the statue has been long going, nearly 5 decades long. I remember last year when I was out here, it was last June, when you put the tarp over the top of it because you were tired of looking at it.
Tired of looking at it? That's your way of saying it, not tired of looking at it. Tired of it insulting our community, reigning over our community. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, can you tell me a little bit more about your frustration since that point?
It's not
the process.
People keep using the word frustration. I heard the mayor say impatient, frustrated. I'm not frustrated. I'm not impatient. I'm just determined. I'm action-oriented. Women get frustrated. Hell, I'm not frustrated. The point is, it is time to take action. This is war for me. I'm in battle. This is war. I'm at war. I'm not frustrated. I'm in war. I mean, the battle is on. And as you know me by now, I don't quit. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But what? I always get up and I always come back. So the point is, I'm not frustrated. I'm just determined.
Okay, what are your plans and hopes moving forward from this point?
Well, first of all, I would now, on behalf of my district, call upon the county, since they are the closest, or the Daughters, to take the statue down because it's literally standing on one leg. It's on its last leg. And we see that as a health hazard. So now the county has a legal, valid, in the best interest of the public reason for taking the statue down. Okay? Or the other option would be for them to spend county money to repair it, just like I take exception of us spending my tax dollars to protect this statue. I mean, it's nobody claims this statue. The Daughters say they claim it, but where are they? If they claim it, we are spending the taxpayers' dollars of Tuskegee keeping up this square. If the Daughters claim that they own this square, where have they been? They have not spent a dime in keeping up this square. The county say they own the square, but it is the city that spends thousands of dollars of our tax dollars to maintain the square. I'm the one who built this beautiful gazebo. I'm the one who got federal dollars to develop this square. Yet this square is a misnomer. It's a misfit. This beautiful square, and what do you have? A Confederate statue standing in the midst of it. So, I rest my case.
Okay, and who would you like to see replaced if the statue is moved?
Well, I think I think that Lewis Adams would be my preference, but if we're gonna let the public have an opportunity to voice their opinion. I say Lewis Adams because he was born in Tuskegee and Macon County. It was Lewis Adams who actually brought Booker T. Washington to Tuskegee. Because of Lewis Adams, we have Tuskegee University, which led to the VA hospital, which led to the Tuskegee Airmen, all of the great things. But it was Lewis Adams, and we have no statue of him anywhere in Macon County. We have a school, Lewis Adams, that's closed that's named after him, but he needs to be honored. And of course, Rosa Parks. We have no statue of Rosa Parks. She was born in 1913 here in Tuskegee and Macon County. We need to honor her, if not a statue here, but a statue somewhere. Then of course we have the Tuskegee Airmen. Well, we have a National Historic Park for them, so we're already honoring them. So Lewis Adams, and more people need to know who Lewis, most people don't even know who Lewis Adams was. They need to know, and we need to publicize who he is.
Okay. And one final question.
Yes.
Yesterday in your press conference, you
Sure.
said that if they want to bring the fight on, to bring it on. Can you please elaborate on that a little bit more?
Well, the point is, listen to me carefully. This is battle. This is war. This is the civil rights war in 2021. Just like we're in a war against COVID. Now, you all know how, like for example, I'm in a war and a fight to get Medicaid expanded in the state of Alabama. And we would love to go into court with the governor or someone to get Medicaid expanded. I wish someone would enable us to bring that battle into court. So what I'm saying to you is, if there's someone who has a complaint, then file it, bring it on, okay? Because we would love to go to court so that we can litigate this matter once and for all. So just like the case Gomillion versus Lightfoot, just like the case Lee versus Macon, just like the case of the Tuskegee syphilis study against the federal government, you've got to go into court to change unjust laws. You can talk about them. You can pass resolutions like our city council passed a nice resolution condemning the statue and saying it's brought down. But a resolution is not worth the paper it's written on unless there's some kind of action. So the point I'm saying is, if we go into court, then that gets action going. Understand?
Okay.
That's why I say bring it on.
Okay. And just one more question.
Sure,
that I'm
if
gonna-
you take your
All
time.
right. Final question.
Sure.
Tuskegee and Macon County is a community that's about 95% black according to census
Yes,
data.
it is.
With that, there seems to be some people who want to see the statue gone, some people who want to see it stay. What has been your overall perception from the community of the statue itself and the community sentiment towards it?
The overall, well, first of all, the statue has been standing so long. Most black people and most, I guess, most people have forgotten it's here. They ignore it. See what I'm saying? The point is, but when you do poll the community, the overwhelming majority of the people would like to see the statue down. Black people in particular would like to see it down. Black people support Juneteenth and the end of slavery. Black people support the fact that the Congress has acted on behalf of the Congress has acted, taking away these Confederate statues. And so the point I'm stressing here is my reaction. Like I said, I held a public meeting, okay? And the overwhelming majority, I mean, it passed unanimously. And when it passed, I asked again, what do you all want done? And one of the voters there said, we want it removed. He stood up and said, we want it removed. And then another lady said, we want it removed in 30 days. And so you and I both, you may be too young to sense what's going on here, but this statue is an insult. Now what we're trying, you see all these signs around that says historic Tuskegee, Alabama. Well, we're proud of that history of Tuskegee. Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee Airmen, Rosa Parks, Lewis Adams, George Washington Carver. And to have a Confederate statue here, the Confederate statue, we don't have any complaints about the Confederate statue per se. Our complaint is that it's in the wrong place. It needs to be put in the Confederate cemetery or in a museum somewhere or in the Confederate park, not in a public park where my children play and my grandchildren play. okay? Not in the public park where we have the Juneteenth celebration. So the point I'm stressing here is we believe in taking action on behalf of the majority of the people. And the reaction that I've got, and first of all, I'm not waiting for the reaction. People themselves have spoken on this. They've said to me, when are you all going to take some action? And they voted, and the action has been taken, okay?